Hi, my name is Melissa Walden, and I'm the Associate Director for the Diocese of Dallas Disability Ministry. So you're interested in beginning a disability ministry at your parish, and that is a very wise thing to do because it is within that organization that many things can happen and that needs can be met for, various needs can be met for people and families with disabilities. And so the first thing that I believe must be done is that you would need to approach your pastor, because everything begins with your pastor. And so you just, I would say, write up a little proposal about what maybe some of the needs are, some of the things that maybe people have expressed to you that they would like to see happen, be it that you may need double doors in the bathroom for wheelchair accessibility, be it that there's a child with a disability who needs faith formation within the classroom, or be it that there needs to be maybe a mental health support group that meets there at the parish for adults and people struggling with mental illness. So all of these things can happen within the disability ministry. So I would suggest first writing up that proposal about some of the needs that you have that you're experiencing or that you've heard yourself, and then maybe get an advocate to go with you or someone else who is experiencing some sort of needs as well, and ask for a meeting to speak with the pastor and make the pastor aware of what these needs are, and that you would just like to have an opportunity to raise awareness about disabilities within the parish, and that possibly request if you could have something like a Disability Awareness Sunday where you are able to share with the parishioners at the masses that you are thinking about starting something like this up, and you want to get to know who it maybe is possibly interested in this as well, and possibly have a survey that is passed out that they can fill out or bring up to you at the end of Mass, where you can begin to find out who these people are, what the needs are, and be able to go from there. After you have done that, I would suggest that you have your first meeting, and that the participants would come from that survey, and that's where you can really begin to work things out within your parish about what people are needing and possibly lacking to be able to be included in the full life of the church. And it's going to look different for each parish, depending demographically where the parishes are. There are some parishes possibly with an older population, and maybe there's some families dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia and things like that, versus a younger, newer parish, and you might see a lot of families with different types of disabilities like autism or intellectual and developmental disabilities. So the needs would be quite different depending on possibly where they're at geographically. And so what you want to do is make sure that you're meeting the needs of your parish, and that comes from that meeting, that first meeting that you would have. And then that is where you begin to also find out strengths and weaknesses of the people who are attending, and see who maybe would like to head up what, and set some goals, for the next meeting. Are you going to meet monthly, quarterly? Would you like to just maybe start off and have a social or a special Mass? What are the things that you would like to see accomplished within that year? And begin to form what we call a disabilities ministry, and have develop a mission and a purpose, possibly have an organizational chart whereby maybe somebody agrees to head it up for a year, and they have a helper. And depending how far you go with this ministry, there are some parishes who actually have a treasurer and a secretary. They will operate a snow cone booth at the festival, and so they'll need a treasurer because they're bringing in some money, and then you have some funds to operate with. Sometimes these funds are given back to the church to help the church in putting in accessible bathrooms and doing some building renovations. Sometimes they're applied to the catechetical department to help buy some resources for children who are needing children with disabilities who are needing to receive their sacraments. So there's various things that you can do within the disability ministry itself, and I would say it's really dependent upon generating, interest and awareness stemming from that first Disability Awareness Sunday, your survey, and getting people enthusiastic about this and utilizing the gifts and talents that are there at your church to begin this ministry.